Greetings, parents, and Happy New Year. 2019, man, we are getting so close to wrapping up what we call this fourth grade year for your students. And looking at the days ahead, as far as like what we have today was the 85th day of school. We have 173 days of school, meaning we are looking at 88 more days of school, man. In perspective, you think like, oh, that's still a lot. But when you think about how fast these 85 days went, we are definitely looking at time flying by on us, and we got to be prepared every step of the way. So, third quarter, here's some things I want you to be mindful of moving forward. The fluency math that we're going to be doing for this quarter, they're going to be focusing on 4 by 1 multiplication. So, that's 4 digits by 1 digit. Then, we're also going to do 4 digits by 1 digit division. So, they're going to need to be on that as well. And then we're taking the addition and subtraction even up further at place value. So, that now puts us closer towards 100,000, 1 million. So you'll see some of those larger numbers, 100,000 and stuff like that. You'll see larger numbers for your kids to solve. But this quarter, I have made it a thing for them since there's so many to do. And it's definitely hard for them to try to sit there and get it all done in one sitting in class. And it's hard during the third quarter to give them the time to do it during class. But some of your students are able to pick up that work and get it done in between assignments as they're finishing up other things. But some of your students are going to need to bring that home. The criteria I have put in place for them is that they make sure that when they take it home, they're showing their work on how they got to their answer. Because if they just put an answer there without any work, that's going to be a great sign to me that, hey, this wasn't well thought out, or maybe you used a calculator. But parents, I'm just going to ask you, as you seeing your kids bring those home, make sure you're seeing them really work those things out and giving it their best effort. There's not one specific way that they're supposed to solve it. It's just a way and a method that's completely comfortable for them, and then they can work towards becoming more efficient or using a more efficient uh, algorithm. Like the standard algorithm is the most efficient way to get it done, but some of your students aren't really ready to kind of tackle that. So they need to use other things when it comes to multiplications, like partial products or area model. And so if they have to use that to solve and answer the problem, you know what? The goal here is to get to the correct answer. And as they're getting to the correct answer, all that's doing is just giving them number sense and understanding to be able one day at some point go to that more efficient form. And right now, we definitely want them to have that confidence of knowing they're doing their work and getting to the correct answer. Because in life, sometimes whether I go the long route or you take the short route, if we all end up at the same destination, there was a lot we all learned in our processing to get there. And that's just kind of the journey your kids are on. Some of them take shorter routes, some of them take longer routes. And however we do that, as long as we end up at the ultimate destination, that's what truly matters. Many of you have now realized that I've sent a message through Seesaw about the pre-writing assessment for quarter 3. We are focusing in on informational writing. And so within this quarter, your students are going to be writing informational texts. And that is with an S at the end because they're going to be writing multiple. And this first one that we're doing is to kind of get a good sense of what they know and what they can apply from informational text. And I've just told them, like, think about informational text that you have read. Open it up. What did you see when you first opened it? Open to the next page. Start thinking about some of the things you saw page by page. What did you see at the end? And then taking all that information and then trying to say, you know what, how can I make my own informational text about something I know a lot about and can provide information about. And that's what their task was. And for your students that did not finish it in class, be mindful. I gave them 45 minutes today to work on it and just purely write. And I gave them 40 minutes yesterday to purely plan and find a topic. So, in retrospect, I say this: they had plenty of time to get it done in class. Some students lost a little focus, and that's okay coming back with these first 2 days. It's hard, getting back into the system, but for some, I do believe that it was attainable for them if they just locked in and focused. But I am not penalizing them for having to take it home and get it done. But I do prioritize them getting it done and getting it back to me on Monday because it really starts to mess with my ability to give them feedback on something to work on. The longer it takes to get back to me, the longer the feedback will take. Like today, I'll be spending some time working on it after school, and if all of them would have been done, I could have had all my feedback remarks ready for them on Monday. So that's why it's important that they take advantage of the time in class that I'm giving them, because I am giving them adequate time. they have to make sure they are doing their part to step up, because third quarter is going to be, uh, in a greater sense, the toughest quarter of the year, primarily because of fractions that we're covering in math, how intense and in depth we're going with our reading and our writing. And they're going to need to be at a place where they can sit down and work sustainably for a longer period of time. And I know for some students that may be a struggle, but the goal is to build the stamina up. You may not have, but maybe a 5 minute span now, but we need to build them towards being able to go 45. And the end of the year criteria is 60 minutes. I know that sounds like a lot for a fourth grader to do, but they are capable year after year after year. I've seen them step up to that and be capable of 60 minutes of pure, uninterrupted, driven work on a topic. So that's what we're working towards. And anything you can do at home to assist them, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. Seesaw is a great way to get those messages to me, because I can just reply via it's almost like a text message. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, please do. Please do. We are halfway through the year, and it's imperative that as we continue to move forward, that you're keeping up with the things that I'm posting there, and that you're communicating with me on there, and your student, because they're posting all of their work there as well. With that being said, please be mindful of the newsletters that are coming home attached to the spelling words. We will have a spelling test next week on Friday. The fluency packet that you see your kids bringing home, it won't be, I don't need it per se until Wednesday, but the faster they can get it in, the faster they can get feedback. If it takes them a little bit longer, it's going to take me a little bit longer. So now you see the priority for them to really get on top of things and get things done in a timely manner, because, you know, I will accept late work. I just can't guarantee it's going to get back to you very quickly because of everything else that's going to pile up for me to grade in between time. That being said, I look forward to getting my phone calls back on the go. I'll be starting those back up next week, and I look forward to hearing from you and talking to you about some of the things that we have coming up, and what I'm noticing and what my game plan is for your student in quarter three. That being said, have a wonderful weekend. This was a short week, but we're back to a full, strong week next week, where Monday being computers, all about art, music, PE, and then we end the week on Friday with computers. So make sure your kids are governed accordingly on that Thursday for PE, that they have their shoes. All right. I don't have anything else to say. I'm sure I'll have more to say in the videos to come. Yeah, have a wonderful weekend.